Space. Inject. Your adventure beta 2 by non-vision gums. Start a new adventure. Load your last saved game. The goal of the game. Configure speech settings. View the credits. Exit the game. View the credits. This page will list the people responsible for creating the game, and the people who have added so this would become reality. A big thanks to all. The game's credits. The credits. Coding, Belantis. Creating of the soundscape, Coma 7.2. Bug hunting and misc stuff, Hatler. We want to thank the following people. Jordan, for teaching Belantis on how to get saving and loading games to work. Brian Kurosawa, for delivering a nice amount of music we can use for the soundscape. Keysful for delivering a modified speech manager class, which is based on the one built by Corona. You guys totally rock. Welcome at your adventure beta 2 by start a new adventure. Please fill out your desired name in Vovolt, League. P-E-L-L-E-A-R-K-E. Character creation. Now we will generate an age between 18 and 25 for you. You just received the 22 as age. Are you feeling comfortable with this mic? Hit Y for yes. Enter turn back to the main menu or Q to quit the game. Toonhoot Snellheed 60 Snellheed 55. You're feeling comfortable, your adventure will start. Why? The season is now spring. You are standing at Dalgrim City Square. Most of the people are smiling and laughing most of the time. These people have brown, blonde or red hair. There are some benches around this city square and there is a little sign for newcomers fixed to a nearby wall. You can go north, east, south and west. Go north, go east, go west, go south. Talk with the skills trainer. Read the sign. Character information. Read the sign. You start reading the sign. Scroll through this window with the up and down arrow keys and press enter when you are done. Welcome to Dalgrim. We are honored by your visit. Why don't you pay a visit to our docks? Our surrounding sea is renowned for our population of fish. We hope you will enjoy your stay within Dalgrim. Sincerely yours. The housing of the Lord of Dalgrim. You stop reading the sign. You are standing at read the talk with the skills trainer. You don't have enough training points to train in any of the available skills right now. Train some more. You are standing at Dalgrim City School. Character information. This, turn back, exit to main, save the game. Configure speech setting. Configuration keys, up and down to set, cancel, save, cancel, say, set speech delay. Your synthesizer will read some text. When your synthesizer says go, press the spacebar. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow and everywhere that Mary went the lamb was sure to go. Get testing. Your new speech delay is 72 ms. This message is using the new speech delay settings. Space. This, save, cancel, save, settings saved. This is the overview. Turn back to your name is Mike. You're 22 years old. You own 50 gold. You have 25 hit points of the 25 maximal hit points you can have. You have 15 energy. The season is now spring. You have the following quest accepted, no quest accepted with the requirement none. View achievements. View your skill levels. View your completed quests. Your inventory. Configure speech settings. Save the game. Exit to main menu. Turn back to the game. View your completed quest. This is the overview of your completed quests. Your completed quests. You have completed 0 quests of the 5 quests available. Turn back. Turning back to your character's overview. This is the turn back to the game. You are go north, go east. You are walking over Dalgrim's Market Street. Various shops are lined up here but all seem too busy to take note of you. There is one entrance to the south which seem quite quiet. This exit leads to the general store of Dalgrim. The road continues to the east and leads to the gates, while to the west the road leads to the city square. Dalgrim Market Street, go east. You are standing within the gate of the city of Dalgrim. The road leading outside the gate leads to the greater world where great adventures will await you. The road going west leads into the city of Dalgrim over the Market Street, the gate of Dalgrim. Go east. You pack your things and set off to the Dalgrim grain fields. You are standing in the grain field near Dalgrim. The grains are taller than you and luck ready to be harvested. The road is covered in dust and at some distance you see an older woman harvesting the grains. There are 3 paths available. The northern leads to the mill, the southern one lets you continue following the road and the western one leads back to Dalgrim. The grain fields outside Dalgrim. Go north. You enter the mill. You are standing in the mill located in the Dalgrim grain fields. A comfortable fireplace is burning in the corner, where various chairs are placed around it. A little girl is watching you from one of the chairs. You also can see a kitchen and another room which leads to the shop of the mill. The Dalgrim mill. Go north, go east, go south, go to the kitchen to cook something. A little girl. My mother is working in the grain fields, the girls say when you approach her. You are standing in the mill. Go north, go east, go south. You leave the mill, back to the fields outside. You are standing. Go north, go west, go south. The harvesting woman. The harvesting woman looks up when you approach. Hello Mike, you seem interested in harvesting. I found a harvesting knife earlier this day, and you may have it for 4 gold. What do you say? Hit Y to accept my offer or enter decline. Thanks for your purchase, the woman say while she hands you the knife. You now own a harvesting knife. Why? You are standing in the. Go north, go. The harvesting. Try to harvest some grain. You wander down into the grain fields. You have 14.5 energy left. E. You wander around in the fields, but don't find any grain to harvest. You walk into the fields and carefully cut a grain. You drop it on the pile you already have collected. You now have 1. You got 4 experience. You now have 4 harvesting experience. You need 40. You walk into the fields and carefully cut a grain. You drop it on the pile you already have collected. You now have 2. You got 1 experience. You now have 5 harvesting experience. You need 40. S. You stop harvesting the grain. You are standing in the. Go north. You enter the mill. You are standing in the mill. Go north. This is the grind room of the mill of Dalgrim. Dalgrim mill. Room for grinding. Go south. Grind some grain. How many grain do you want to grind into flour and Vivold? Leap for. You don't have. Dalgrim mill. This is the grind some grain. How many to? Hit. Dalgrim mill. Room for S. S. Now grinding 2 grain. G. Hit the S button to stop grinding. You grind 2 grain into flour. You now have 2. S. This is the grind room of the mill. Go south. You are standing in the mill. Go north, go east, go south. Go to the kitchen to cook some. Select a food to cook. Cooking. Gather some water. Back to last visited location. Gather some water. You walk over to the sink. Look around you for a bucket. Pick up the bucket and fill it with water. You got 1 bucket of water. You now have 1. Select a food to cook. Gather some water. Make dough from flour and water. Cook a fish. Make dough from flour and water. You put a sack with flour in a large bowl. After the sack is emptied, you put water in as well. After some minutes, sweat, painful veins and painful hands, you have created a ball of dough. Select a food to cook. Gather some water. Bake some bread. Back to last vid. Bake some bread. Good job. You have baked a delicious loaf of bread. You now have 1. You got 4 experience. You now have 4 cooking experience. You need 25. Select a. Gather some. Back to last visited. Gather some water. You walk over to the sink. Look around you for a bucket. Pick up the bucket and fill it with water. You got 1 bucket of water. You now have 1. Select. Gather. Make dough from. Cook a fish. Whoops, the fish is burned. You trash it. Select a. Gather some water. You walk over to the sink. Look around you for a bucket. Pick up the bucket and fill it with water. You got 1 bucket of water. You now have 1. Select. Make dough for. Cook a fish. Whoops, the fish is burned. You trash it. Select. Gather some water. Back to last visited location. Turning back to the last visited location of the game. You are standing in the mill. Character information. This, your name is you own 46, you have 25 hit point, you have 11 energy. You own, you're 22, you turn back to the exit to main, save the configures your inventory. This is your inventory selector, resources, tools, combat, food, miscellaneous food. This is your food inventory. You have 1 loaves of bread. Press enter to eat one. Press here. You press here to turn back. You have 1 loaf. You eat a tasty bread. You generate +4 hit points and +3 energy. This is your inventory. Turn back. Turning back to the character information. Your name, year 20, you own 46 gold. You have 25 hit point. You have 14 energy. Your name, turn back to the game. You are standing in the mill loc. Go north, go east, go south. You leave the mill, back to the fields outside. You are standing in the grain field. Go north, go west, go south. You are standing on the southern road, which is covered in dust and leads from and to the city of Dahlgren. On one side of the road, a line of green bushes is growing and blooming and insects are flying around them. On the other side of the road, in western direction, the road continues, while the path to the north leads back to the granny fields of Dahlgren. The road leading from or to the city of Dahlgren. Go north, go west. You are standing on the southwestern road from and toward the city of Dahlgren. There are fallen leaves scattered around on the road. It is clear that you are reaching a forest. You see a small hut, built of wooden logs and yellow-colored straw as roof. The path leading south lets you into the forest. The path to the west continues the road, while the path to the east leads back to Dahlgren. The road continues in western direction. The road continues. Go west. You are walking on a east-west road. Small bushes are growing alongside the road. The sky is bright blue and the sun shines high above you. You can go east and west. Go west. You are standing on a sandy surface. Surrounding you, you see great laps of sand, and in front of you, the bright blue water of the sea can be seen. Waves are rolling toward you, some of them much taller than you are, but when they reach the shore they lap against the ground. So no need to worry, the sea won't lap over you. Seagulls are flying high above you. The air is filled with their gawks. You can go east, back to the road you just left, or continue exploring the beach. Go east, go west. You reach the end of the east-west road which you are following. In front of you a landscape covered in sand, and the sound of seabirds can be heard very clearly. The sound of the sea can be as well. You can go east and west. Go west. You are standing on a sandy surface. The call of seabirds can be heard from nearly everywhere. Sandy dunes surround you, and in front of you, you see the salty sea lapping against the ground. You can go east and north. The beach near Dahlgren. Go north, go east, go south, go north. You are standing at the northern point of the beach. High above you, you can spot the docks from Dahlgren. With your best attempts you even can spot the fishermen. When you look down you can see a filthy tramp sitting on the sandy ground, leaning to one of the pillars which support the docks high above. You can go south. Go south. Talk to the tramp. You walk over to the tramp and asks if you can do something for him. He looks up to you. Food. He begs. Searching in your inventory you don't find any food. You offer to get something else for him. Please, bring me gold then, so I can buy it, he begs. Before you can reply, if you can bring me 10 gold, it would be very helpful. Hit the Y button to accept my quest, or enter refuse it. Thanks a lot, the tramp mutters, before drifting in a slight slumber. Why? You are standing at the go south. Talk to the tramp. You approach the tramp, which looks up with a hungry face. I see you have 46 gold. Of the 10 gold I ask. The tramp smiles while you hand him the gold. Praise the gods, he say, you are a truly wonderful person. I wish there were more people like you. He staggers to his feet and casts a spell. You feel a relaxing sensation and you receive +3 maximal hit points, and you are healed to full health. You are standing at the northern point of the character information. This is your name, year 20. You have 14. The season is now. You have the following: view achievements, view your skill level, view your completed quests. This is the overview of your completed quests. Your completed quests. Bring 10 gold to the tramp, so he can eat. You have completed 1 quests of the 5 quests available. Bring 10 gold to the tramp was very happy with the 10 gold you brought to him. He gave you +3 maximal hit points as reward. This is the overview. Turning back to your character's overview. This is the exit to main menu. Save the game. Saving. Please wait. Your progress is now saved. This is the overview. Turn back to the game. You are standing. Character in. The exit. Are you yet quitted the game? Welcome. Exit the. Thanks for your adventure. Your start and load your last saved game. Checking if a previously saved game is present. Game loaded. You are standing. Character information. Your name is Mike. You're 22 years old. You own 36 gold. You have 28 hit points of the 28 maximal hit points you can have. You have 14 energy. The season is now spring. You have the following quest accepted. No quest. View achievements. View your skill level. View your completed quests. This is the overview. Bring 10 gold to the tramp so he can eat. You have completed one quest. Turning back to your character's overview. This is the overview of your character. Scroll through this menu with the up and down arrow keys and press enter to select an option. Character information. Your Ob Studio.